What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at how to complete the base icon for the cheapest amount, the most efficient way, and also the quickest way. I've had a lot of experience with SBCs, doing upgrade packs, league SBCs for as long as I can remember, pretty much since the start of SBCs have begun, and this SBC is very repeatable. So basically what you want to do is, I've got my favorite two lined up. The best friend you're going to have with this is the 81 to 87. So this requires literally, and I will show you kind of like the process of this one. This is the best way. You only need an 84, an 85, an 85, and an 86 rated SBC. So 81 to 87 is more than enough for you to do this. You only need 5 gold commons, or 5 gold in general, which is absolutely easy. So personally, I've got a lot of golds just chilling in my club right now. So what you want to do is literally pick anyone. If you are kind of being more efficient with the players that you're using, then obviously hand pick them, go and buy them. You can probably get them, which we'll have a look again at, probably like 600 I'd say for the first day at the very minimum, and then all you need is bronzes. If you want to go with the bronze commons, you do this, and then you go to, if you're not doing league SBCs, any off league, pretty much anyone like Ireland, Korean, Chinese is a funny one because there is a lot of low rated players that do not get used in the SBC, and you can literally just put everybody in. There's no reason to actually put any sort of chemistry behind it, because 30 chem, as you can see, everyone is pretty much off position. Obviously as soon as I just move, say like the striker there, and then we move him down here, we could put him up there, 45 without even breaking a sweat, and we've got everybody on practically 1 down here. So this is going to give you this pack. What you want to do with this, and it's one that you don't want to fall into a trap with, is if you get an 81 or an 82 duplicate, I personally wouldn't go with the 81 double. I would go back into this, mainly because you're giving up more commons, more golds that you could go and put into this. This is enough. Like this 81 to 87, it's absolutely enough. And then if we do go into the icon SBC, which I believe I should have put on my favorites by now. Where has it gone? It's down here. So pretty much here you got 30 days of it. We've got upgrade packs. It's the only thing that you're going to really struggle with this one is the team of the week, which if you're doing bronze per method, you should make a bit of coins. It's really not that expensive to go buy an 84 and 85 team of the week, because there's a lot of players. If we do get like a team of the week upgrade, even better, because that then kind of delays the fact that you could go and get a team of the week for cheaper. But for me, well, you got the hardest thing you can do with this is the chem. You got 70, 75, 80, and 65. That for me is the only thing that I'm thinking it may be a little bit tougher. You may have to do that extra pack to be able to get it. So if we look at this 81 to 87, I've only done a handful. I think I've done about 5 or 6 so far. 1 walkout, 185. You just keep grinding it. In this one, we get not a board. So this is kind of like what you want to do. So we get an 81 or an 82. We get an 82. For me, I personally would go 81, 87. Because the player pick, I think the chem is far too high for only 7 players. You need 2 rares as well. It's just not as feasible. Granted, you can get an 88 plus in them. That is always kind of like the nice thing about it. If you are looking at the other upgrade packs, which we'll have a look at here, so we've got the 81 to 87 as the favourites. We then have, if I can find them, the 80 player pick I just wouldn't bother with, and then you have the 81 double, and I can see why people would want them, and I'll show you one for an example of what you need to give up. Personally, just for video purposes, you have got to get 7 rares, and I think that for me is the bit that really kills it. For the whole 11 team, you can go and do practically 2 more 81 to 87s, and yes, if you got an 88 or an 89 or double 89, it's a good pack, but I just don't think it happens as much as you want it to. So if we literally just go and put in all of these, so that's going to be 5, and then we'll just make sure we actually put in the goalkeeper, because I've done that before where I've not put him in and I've had to go and do another one. So we go like that, and then we just literally go commons again. We go high to low, it doesn't really matter. I'm putting them all in at some point anyway, as we're going to be rinsing the club to try and get as many icon packs done as possible. So there'll be a video out on that, and then we also got someone good in our 83 times 25. We won't reveal that just yet, but that is always a nice one to just look forward to. So if we just move these across, should be able to get it pretty simple with that. Pretty easy. It is only 7, and It's not a bad pack because you do get double pack. I just personally think trying to put 7 rares into it, I'm not a big fan. If it was maybe like an 83 double, 82 double, maybe, because then at least you've got the guarantee of something coming back. And a guarantee right now, something will come back from this because I've said don't do it. But personally for me, if you're just doing the icon packs and you don't really want to get anything pack-wise from there, then I would do the 81 to 87. We don't get a walkout, or we get a UCL. Who do we get? Spanish, CDM, Martinez. 81 UCL. I think they believe you can still have someone behind this, but it's very, very unlikely. Yeah, we get double 81s. So for me, we basically could have done 2 81 to 87s, and I think for me there's more luck in them. I just think that is the better way to do something. So we'll do one more 81 to 87 so I can get rid of him and I can show you what else you need to do, because that's predominantly the way that you're going to be getting the icon pack. And then what you do before that is dependent on if you want efficiency or you want the quickest way with coins, without coins. So if we just give him up one more time, we'll go to the UCLs just to give up that Martinez. Personally, I like keeping these just because of SBCs and objectives. You never know with them. Sometimes they can come in handy. And I also would say if you do get an 81 or 82 team of the week and you've got a duplicate, you can still put them in this SBC, as they do count as gold. Whether they count as rare, I cannot remember. I believe they don't. So don't go into that trap and think, oh, I could just go and put him as a rare. I believe he doesn't count. So if we go back to the Irish League, because it's normally pretty simple and we have a lot, and pretty much you want to be just doing bronze pack method this whole time, because they're going to be going up. Obviously major leagues and all of that will still sell for something, and that's where you're going to make the coins back. So if we whack that in, 81 to 87, like I say, any 87s is great for the 86 rated SBC, and just work your way down. Start with the 87 and then work your way down. You don't want to go the opposite way, because obviously you are reliant on high rated fodder for that final one. So you always want to kind of keep going until you have enough for that final one, and then you kind of just tick off as you go along. And it still will take some time. Like even with buying the players, it does take time to craft them and then obviously pack someone good. In this one we don't even get a board again. Literally, as soon as I was doing them on the phone, not a problem. Now we go and get Correa 82. So again, he could be a nice link player. If you've got an 85 and 86 for the 84 rated SBC, he could come in handy to try and get that 80 chem. But the best way to kind of make sure that you're kind of focused is obviously bronze pack method. There is the normal way of bronze packs to silver upgrades to gold upgrades, and then into obviously the 81 to 87, or then into an 81 double or a player pick of your choosing. For me, I'm going to be using a bit of coins for this. I don't feel like the bronze pack method is going to be quick enough, because what you can do with this is literally just have a look at all these players. So for instance, this guy goes for 200. And then we look at another player, so then we just keep going down. Personally for this, I probably would sell the MLS player, because he's going right now due to SBC coming out, and then obviously needed for the icon swaps. And then again, we do look at some of these as well. 200, most of the major leagues will be going just because of the 81 to 87. That's just predominantly how it is, and you just keep rinsing and repeating. For instance, we got 600 coins there, so if we make 200 coins here, we've basically paid for both the packs. And then we can also have players in it that we put into the club for either the 81 to 87 SBC itself, or into the bronze upgrade or the silver upgrade. From this again, we've got another MLS player going for I'd say 550. Absolutely no problem. Made the pack back, and now we've made a little bit of extra coins. And if you keep doing this, and personally if you just keep selling major leagues, sud, libs, you're going to make coins back, which then leads you to buy the golds and make it so much easier for you to do this pack. For me, I just think the bronze to silver to gold is just far too slow for anybody to do. You'd probably get, if you did it consistently for 30 days, I'd say you could get 3 icons from that. If you were putting a lot of effort in, you've got to have somewhat a bit of luck, because obviously the 81 to 87 will only give out so much, but you definitely could make 3 icons from doing the really long method. If you was to grind it just as much, but buy the cards, and you had a bit of coins left over, I'd say realistically for one, I'd be looking at about 100k, and I think you could do it. The golds are coming in at, let's have a quick look at them as well before we do the final one. The gold commons are coming in at, so we've got 600 there for buy now, 650, 700. So you're seeing about 750 for literally, you can go pick up all of them. For me, I'd be bidding 600 right now. But if you want to wait and go for rewards day, obviously Thursday is going to be cracking to get all of these. Absolutely low bid of them at 400, 500. You're getting each SBC. You think about it, say 500 at a round number. You got to buy 5 of them. You basically spending 2.5k, and that means bronze pack method is only going to make 2.5k for it to make it worth doing one of these. I think that's pretty simple. There's so many cards at the moment that are high rated. MLS, Championship, obviously Dutch, all of that good stuff is absolutely killing it in terms of price. And I think for me, you're just going to absolutely smash it out the park. So if I do one more just before we finish off, I will show you kind of like what sort of squads that you've got to actually give up. We've done that, and then we just go get the bronze again, and it does take a little bit to craft as well. In terms of actually putting everything in, it is a little bit slow. Personally, I like the phone as it's a bit quicker to do it, just because I'm very used to kind of like the menus, and it's just a little bit quicker getting these bronzes in. Because what you can do is go to your squad, put 5 commons on the bench, so you can literally just whack the 1 1 1 1 1, and then you just finish it with a squad builder, bronze common, whatever league you're choosing, and it's absolutely done. And then you can go do the pack. Very, very easy. But in terms of what I would actually put into this, I think for me, I'm quite happy with my team currently. So icons, they're going to be the best thing for me. I'll do as many as possible to try and get anybody good. I've had a few decent look in some of the icons. We've already got Vidic, we've got Zambrotta, and then we got Van der Sar from an SBC as we go, and still not get a board. It's not really showing me any love today, but sometimes you can kind of hit and miss with them. We get an 81 goalkeeper. Again, it will depend on what I want to do with it. If you want to do the 81 double, it's always there. I just personally think 81 to 87 is more efficient for what you can get back. And people will have that argument because realistically, if you are doing an 81 double, you have enough chance to either get someone really good. You could go get a Mane, you could go get a Casemiro. We will do one more of them just to finish off this video. If I can find the SBC, it's full of everything here. But I think for me, I would just stick to the 81 to 87 because I know that you can do it hella cheap. You don't have to worry about the rares, and it's just a lot easier. And I think if you are looking to kind of do this 81 double, you've just got to hope. I think you've really got to hope, because I've personally done a hell of a lot of these and I've not seen absolutely anything back from them. And it may just be that it's just luck. Sometimes you've just got to have that right pack at the right time. Sometimes it just does not pay out, and other times we see it that walkout after walkout after walkout happens. As you can see already, I've not really had the greatest luck in this one. If I can just get this 30 chem, we just move them across. Let's just double check. You want to be consistent as well with actually putting in the right amount. I've seen so many people just whack 11 rares in there. Make sure you are putting in the right amount if you are going to do the 81 double. Make sure you keep all them rares. And to finish off this, let me know down below if you're going to be doing any icon packs. Hopefully we get a walkout to finish, or a freeze card would be nice. But let me know down below if you want to know anything more. We don't get a board. We don't even get a board. And this is what I mean. Sometimes it's just better to take the coins, or take the 81 and 87 and run with it. But hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe. Kramaric duplicate. Peace.